Well, the holidays certainly can be a magical time, but also emotionally loaded for adults and for children. Child psychologist Tammy Schamuhn is here to help us through what can be a kind of a tough time,
Yeah.
Tammy. Let's first of all talk about, can you kind of explain what kids are going through at this time of the year?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one thing that you need to know about kids versus adults is they have a really underdeveloped prefrontal cortex. This is like the thinking, emotion regulation part of their brain. And there's this part of the brain called the thalamus that handles all the sensory information. And the prefrontal cortex is supposed to help suppress that. But because it's not very well developed, kids have all this light and sound and all of this chaotic information that comes in at Christmas time. And they can't suppress it.
Yeah.
Because that part of the brain can't do that. So that's why kids have so many meltdowns and they get so excited and they have all this stress that's also excitement in their body, but then it leads to like, well, you know what that looks like.
Yeah.
Just like happiness, but then like complete utter hot mess on the floor right after. And the parents are like, it's supposed to be joyful, but they're just a mess afterwards.
Yeah, and the parents may think, I've tried so hard to make this so nice, but it kind of feels like it's failing. So how can we help manage all of that at this time of the year when lights are bright and there's so much going on?
Okay, first of all, parents need to learn to say no
Okay.
to things. So I always say that we focus on presence instead of presence.
Okay.
So like, what are some rituals we can cultivate with our kids? Like we focus on giving instead of maybe receiving. Maybe we only go to one family function instead of 3 family functions. And if we're gonna put kids in really chaotic but fun situations, no, they need to move their bodies and they still need to get enough sleep. Because that's huge for kids as we take them out of routine.
Yeah.
And then it's fun, but then we pay for it as parents, right, for the next several days. And then we have to go back to work.
Yeah, we have to go back to work. They may not necessarily be going back to school because that causes some issues as well. So let's talk about what kind of ways, is there practical things that parents can do as they anticipate, oh, we already have 3 family things on the list. Is it quiet time? How do we sort of get to that in practicality?
Because the kids don't have that prefrontal cortex the way adults do, we have to sensory gate all that sensory stimuli for them. So removing screens a lot of the time is going to help because we're adding sensory stimuli, right? Through all the activities, lights and singing that is so joyful, but so chaotic to the brain. So screens can be a good one. Bunkering down and like drinking hot chocolate and having a family movie night instead of going out to maybe like a really big Christmas. Like we were at the singing Christmas tree yesterday.
Sure, yeah.
Great, but my kids were exhausted after. So sometimes it's just picking and choosing those events and saying no. I also think parents put a lot of pressures on themselves. They're on social media scrolling, thinking they have to make the perfect Christmas for their kids.
Yeah.
That's not what kids remember. They don't remember like the matching pajamas. They don't remember, you know, the Christmas tree decorated with like the best Christmas decorations from Greenland. They remember getting together as a family, sitting by the fire, watching family movies or making cookies. It's those rituals that make it magical for kids, that connection they have with their parents. Not the stuff, not the places. It's that time with the parents, and turn off social media, stop scrolling what everyone else is doing and focus on what fills your child's cup, what makes your heart happy, not what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
Because every kid's unique in what they need at Christmas. And really, they're burnt out from school.
Yeah.
So they need connection from their parents, and if the parents are so stressed out, they can't help regulate their kids' emotions. So they're not available to help calm the chaos that's going on inside the child.
Yeah. Take advantage of the time that you're given at this time of the year too. Tammy, I feel a little bit better about it already just talking to you. Thank you so much for coming in. Tammy's from the Institute of Child Psychology. They have a course and workshops. She's also one of the authors of the Parenting Handbook. You can learn more information, instituteofchildpsychology.com.